Hey, hey, the show is about to start. Remixing relationships, older woman, younger man. Can it really work? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. All right. Let's turn the music off and get right to it. All right. Hey, everybody, it is Kendall Denise, and welcome to Remixing Relationships. I'm over here promoting healthy relationships and doing things differently, right? We got to keep doing things differently. Once again, welcome to Remixing Relationships, where we dive deep into the art of creating and sustaining healthy connections. Again, I am Kendall Anish, Fave Life Coach, the Remix Coach, and together we will explore fresh perspectives and strategies to transform your relationships. Whether you're looking to strengthen, heal, or completely remix your connections, you are in the right place. Let's get started. Let's get this party started right. So take a moment and share this out to your people, because we are talking about, and I have to make sure she is on it, because let me make sure my cousin is on this podcast live, because she is the one that gave me this topic, and she asked me to talk about this topic. So it's all about older women, younger man, right? Older woman, younger man. And older is relative to who you're talking to or who you're talking about. Some may say older is 35 and then the guy is 21. Yes, that's still an older woman, younger man. Or the man might be 35 and the woman might be 50. My cousin asked me, she said, I want you to talk about that. So as I began thinking about the subject, I'm like, okay, we know a lot of celebrities are doing it, Cher is doing it, Taraji P. Henson, Mary J. Blige has done it. So many women, Halle Berry has done it. The list goes on and on and on. When a woman still looks youthful and feels youthful, a lot of times they date lower. Some like to say it's a cougar, but they say a cougar is not a thing unless the man is 10 years younger. And y'all remember that old movie, Mrs. or Mrs. Robinson? Remember that with Dustin Hoffman? So, of course, this is not something new where older women find younger men attractive and they are dating them, right? But why? Why are some of the reasons that older women date younger men. And I'm seeing it more and more and more. If you look on TikTok, social media, you see a lot of older women with younger men. And again, older is relative. So we're not talking about old women and young men. We're talking about older. Again, it could be somebody 20 and somebody 30, right? But all right, so let's talk about that. Why are some of the reasons they do that? And I'll ask the people who are watching. Have you ever, the older women, have you ever dated someone 15 years or younger than you? Now, I have dated younger by a couple of years, right? But that's not what I prefer. That's never what I preferred. I've always preferred an older man. And then the older you get, you're like, okay, do things change? I remember my brother was always a marker, because my brother is 6.5 years younger than I am. And now he's about to be 47. So that's not that young, but that's what was my marker. I would never date somebody younger than my younger brother. And now I'm 53 and my brother is almost 47, right? It's like, is that much younger, right? And I hear a lot of women say that some of these younger men have it going on more than the older men. As far as some older men are coming out of maybe divorce. Oh shoot, not sure what happened. Update my no. We're not updating. They were trying to update my computer in the middle of the show. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But I have a list, and I took a poll, and we're going to talk about that. But some say that younger men have it going on more than older men when it comes to their business, profession, their money. A lot of older men may have gone through a divorce, 2 or 3, business, as far as finances, or as far as the way the needs are set up. When I was dating on the dating apps and I would meet guys, and as you guys see, if you follow me on social media, I love to dance and I love to skate. I just went skating 2 weeks ago. And hey, when's the last time you've been? Because I like ice skating, roller skating, rock climbing. I will play basketball, some dodgeball. I like to be active. And I would ask the older guys, and they'd be like, the way my knees in, or this is happening, or that's happening. It would always be something, right? And I would say, well, I like to do those things. I like to be active. And a lot of times they did not like to be active, and it would create an issue or create a problem. And I don't want to be with somebody who don't want to do something, who may not be able to do something because of restrictions, or not even being willing, where some younger guys might be like, I'm down for that, I'll do this. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, because some young guys may have the same situation, the same problem. I remember I went out with this one guy, and he looked like he was like 9 months pregnant. He was like, I don't care. And he had this medication, that medication, this medication, that medication. So sometimes the older guys have different things. Of course, not always, because some guys are fit, some guys are healthy. The older that they get, they start looking better. But let me give some of the reasons. So I'll ask you, if you're watching live or the playback, have you ever dated someone much younger than you? And if so, what is the experience? This all started when my cousin, a younger man, asked her out. And she said, what do you think about a 35-year-old dating a 50-year-old? Do you think that that's too young? My god sister said it's a tragedy. I need to send this to her, because she said it's a tragedy. Don't do it. And sometimes with that, it's the insecurity possibly of a younger man when it's a mature woman, and she may have it going on, or she may um, be confident in her skin. and some younger men could be intimidated by that. And I know a lot of people, I keep saying and because I ain't trying to tell nobody's whole business. So I'm like, and so when you hear me say that, it's like trying to think of something else to say because I ain't trying to put nobody's business out there. Although those parts I could say. All right, let's get into it. So when you're thinking about younger men, what are some of the reasons why some women decide to do that? Well, energy and vitality. So there are several reasons why some older women might choose to date younger men. These reasons can vary greatly depending on the individual preferences, as we know, life circumstances, and personal desires. Here are some of the common factors that might contribute to this dynamic. Y'all know I got notes all over the place. All right, energy and vitality. As I was talking about, younger men may bring a sense of energy, enthusiasm, and spontaneity to a relationship. Older women may find invigorating and refreshing, y'all, especially if they enjoy an active lifestyle or are looking for new experiences. So if somebody is stuck in their ways, they've been doing something the same way, they want to have new life. They want to feel youthful again, and feeling young. We know young at heart, but they may be feeling that. Number two, breaking stereotypes and societal norms. Some older women enjoy challenging societal norms and stereotypes around age and relationships. Dating a younger man can be a way to defy traditional expectations and assert their independence in choosing a partner. So if you had a woman who might have been married for 20, 30, 40 years and married somebody her age or older, right? And they know what that's like. They get divorced, they start maybe dressing differently, feeling younger and more youthful. Then they want to date a younger man to see what that is like because they feel like they still have a lot of life and they don't want. People used to say, I forgot what actresses say, I don't want nothing old but money, right? But flexibility. Well, let me back up. Number three on my list, I have different life perspectives. So younger men often have different perspectives on life, which can be stimulating and appealing to older women who are looking for a new viewpoint, fresh ideas, or different ways about thinking about the world. Now, I know as a woman, I like to surround myself not with younger men, but younger people. My daughters are millennials, and I have my younger sister. I have a lot of girls that I've mentored over the years. I keep young, youthful life around me. So I know what's happening on TikTok because I'm on it. I know what the latest terms are. I know what the latest activities are and what people are talking about. I'm in the loop with that. And I stay young with that. And it is a freshness to it. So it's probably the same way if somebody is dating a younger guy. The only thing that I wouldn't be doing, I wouldn't be in that car listening to that mumble rap. I need an old school guy so we could be like 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhyme. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was that, and it went this way. I need somebody to know about Run DMC, not to know about Run DMC like, yeah, I know who they are. I need you to know about a little about Tupac. I need you to know LL, I'm bad. I need you to know about Crush Groove and Beach Street, right? I need you to know. I don't have time to be explaining what some of those things are. I want you to be able to know, hey, by the way, I don't want to say by the way, but James Earl Jones passed away today at the age of 93. And if you know me, if you follow me online, Claudine is one of my all-time favorite movies, which he played Rupert in that, right? So if I'm talking to an older guy, now some older guys don't be knowing nothing either. So I'm not going to stereotype because some older guys might not know or have never seen Claudine. But I don't want to have to explain who James Earl Jones is. Hopefully he knows from Mustafa if he's younger, from The Lion King. But I don't want to have to explain certain things. I want to be able able to vibe in that way. Let's see the comments. Hey, yep, you hear my cousin is here, and that is the one that prompts this episode. So tell me why. I'm gonna ask my cousin. So tell me why you wanted to do this show, and how did you feel when a younger man approached you to go out with you? You're 50, he was in his 30s. Tell me, James Earl Jones. Yes. Yes, he passed away today. Yes. Unfortunately. All right. So while you're thinking about why you wanted me to do this show, I'll continue. So number 4 on my list is flexibility and openness. And don't forget to share this on your page, guys. If you're watching live or the playback, share this on your social media platforms and share this to somebody, an older woman who is thinking about dating a younger man. This is the show for them. But number 4, flexibility and openness. Younger men may be more open to new ideas, unconventional relationships, or different ways of living. This flexibility can be appealing to an older woman who are not interested in settle down in the traditional ways or want to be more open-minded with their partner. So older woman who just want to play, she's been married before, once, twice, 3 times a lady, or she is just not interested in marriage. She might just want to have, I guess, an experience with a younger man, whatever that looks like. Emotional maturity. So number 5, some older women find the younger men can be more emotionally open. How about that? Willing to communicate and in tune with their feelings compared to some older men. This is emotional maturity, despite the age difference, can lead to fulfilling relationships. So basically, some younger men are not jaded by several experiences, maybe of not so good relationships or trauma or drama. They might be a little less wounded, if you will. And some older women may find that refreshing. I took a poll and I took notes. Let's see. I am giving him a chance because he's a gentleman and our chemistry is strong. There you go. So he's 35, you're 50, but you have chemistry. And he is grown, and I don't judge anything. If that's something that everybody doesn't have a strong connection, and everybody will not have a strong connection depending on the age. As long as they are of age and they're an adult, 2 adults can do exactly what they want. We're going to talk about remixing this thing as always at the end, but I want to continue my list. Number 6, why some older women will date younger men. Compatibility, as my cousin just said. And it's funny that you said that right there. And shared interest. It is not uncommon for people of a different age brackets to have common interests and hobbies or passions. An older woman may find that a younger man shares her interests and values and lifestyle in ways that are more aligned with her. And what she desires in a partner. So I was talking about like how I wouldn't, because of old school rap and just certain things I just never had been. But as I was dating, I was open to it. Like, okay, maybe 6 years or maybe 5 years younger. I had played around with that because I wasn't sure if an older man could have the same energy that I had and do the things that I wanted. But so I thought about that and I was like, okay, I'm willing, but I know I would not be able to do somebody in their 30s. I have a daughter, 31, and a daughter, 25, and that's too close for me. But if you don't have children in those age brackets, but I can't have somebody that probably went to school with my kids like that, I couldn't do. I just wouldn't be able to do that. Get somebody else to do it. Number 7, physical attraction and sexual compatibility. Let's be honest. And I took a poll with people and I asked, and these are some of the things that they had to say. Physical attraction plays a significant role in any romantic relationship. Some older women may find themselves physically attracted to younger men and may appreciate the sexual energy, stamina, and enthusiasm that can come with a young partner or young husband, because there are a lot of women out there who are married to younger men and they find it extremely fulfilling in many areas, including intimacy. Number 8 on my list, greater confidence and independence. Older women may feel more confident and self assured and independent than they did earlier in life, leading them to pursue relationships with younger men without concern for societal judgment or stigma. Basically, these young dudes don't care. And these young dudes will shoot their shot. You guys know I talked about it online. I was at a repass and I told you how old I was. I'm at a repass. This guy gets a 13-year-old to come over to me and ask my name. And the 13-year-old knew my name. I'm like, you know my name. Well, such and such wants to talk to you. I said, I'm not interested. And I said, that's a baby. He said, he's 30. I'm like, no. And the guy actively pursued until when I left, he still was like, you look good. You look this, shooting a shot. And I always say the old ones and the young ones have no problem shooting their shot. The young ones are bold. They don't care. They're going to go after what they want. Sometimes the old ones like, look, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to do it. It's the ones that are around my age that you will see you in the grocery store and they just look. And then you turn, look this way and look. So they might find it attractive that, some of the younger ones, and of course we're not stereotyping because everybody is different in every age, right? But here's some of the things that the women have said. But the younger ones are like bolder a lot of times, or they feel like they have nothing to lose. They'll jump in your DMs or they'll approach you in a minute like nothing, right? Number 9, a desire for adventure and fun. So for some, dating younger men, as I talked about in the opening, may have more fun. You might have explore new experiences, embrace a sense of adventure. It can feel exciting and help recapture some of your youth. So, as I stated, if somebody had been in a relationship for a very long time, or they have been married for a very long time and for years, and now they've come out of that, they want to have adventure. They want to feel youthful. They want to breathe life back into themselves. Number 10 on my list, emotional health and growth. Now, this was interesting. Some older women may have experienced challenging relationships in the past and find that dating a younger man offers an opportunity for emotional healing and growth. A younger partner might be seen as more adaptable, understanding, and willing to learn as well as grow together. Where some older men may be stuck in their ways, this is me, take it or leave it, this is how I am. Where some younger men may be adaptable and they might not be so standing on their mountain like, I'm not changing, take me for who I am, because some older men like, this is who I am, I'm not changing. Where some younger men might be willing to do that, and some younger men might be willing to exalt a woman and treat her well without as many scars as maybe an older guy. Number 11, no pressure for traditional commitment. As I said, older women prefer relationships with younger men because this is often less pressure to conform to traditional expectations, such as marriage or having children. This can allow for more relaxed, less complicated relationship. Because if the older woman is with a younger guy, she like, I ain't got to worry about if they have kids, if they got nice teeth, if they got a nice build, and a lot of things that people go down the list on. When I have children, I want to have this, this, and this. That pressure is off. Now, I can see how it would be challenging for the man dating an older woman if a man wanted to have children and the woman was 50-something. Can 50-something women have kids? Yes. But if a man is 25 and the woman is 39, then they could absolutely do that. If a woman is 60, I've seen it, woman 60-something, husband 30-something. and they have an amazing relationship. And she don't look, she's 62, she don't look it at all. And she says sometimes she contributes it to her husband, who I believe is 33. All right, so number 12 on my list is sense of empowerment. Dating a younger man can be empowering for some older women, helping them feel desired, appreciated, and vibrant. It can enhance their self-esteem and provide a sense of renewed confidence. Like, yeah, I'm that girl, I'm that woman, I'm pulling them youngins, right? Whatever. But I'm saying that's a disclaimer. Make sure they are grown, like grown up. I couldn't imagine. I'm 53. What I look like dating a 21-year-old? That's weird. But some do it. Madonna does it. Like I said, Cher does it. They love themselves a Similac necked guy. They love that smell of Similac. And, they don't want no old fogey. Let's see what my cousin says, because she prompted this show. I never would give any other 35-year-old man a chance. I'm giving him a chance because of the chemistry and the attraction. Um, yeah, I mean, and it's totally up to whoever is dating. It's totally up to them. And that's what you have to look at. Some people say, you know what? I don't care about age. As long as they're grown, as long as they're mature, as long as they can hold a conversation, as long as they can laugh. Sometimes older people forget to laugh. And because there's so much, going on, so much on their back, sometimes it's like they forget how to laugh. And if that's the case, hey, chemistry is something that you can't buy, right? Ultimately, every individual is unique, and the reasons for their relationships choices are personal, right? As my cousin is saying, the most important aspect of any relationship is based on mutual respect, understanding, and connection. So, when I was doing my research for this in online dating, many may know, some may not. I used to coach people how to date online, both men and women. And according to Bumble, which is a dating site, a popular one, online dating, 59% of women are open to dating someone younger, and 31% are no longer focused on traditional timelines and milestones. Another survey says 81% of women are open to dating someone 10 years younger than they are. Some say it can work. Some say the age should not be a barrier to love and companionship, and the relationship between an older woman and a younger man can work long term if both partners are committed. And that is from the research that I did online. Also, some say older women have experience. Some say that the older women learn how to navigate life more, and they love to be the teacher. So that's interesting. Think about that. So while traditionally dating norms often dictated that women should date older men, that's what I was taught. That's what people used to do back in the day in high school and junior high school and all of that. I know when I was in junior high school, my boyfriend, if that's what you want to call it, was in high school. And he used to come to my school, my junior high. Shout out Quentin. He on Facebook, and he's still to this day, and this was junior high school, he'll still get in my messages and be like, hey, you good, you all right, I'm glad to see you happy, I'm glad to see, I want to make sure people treating you well still. And that was my first experience boyfriend, if that's what you want to call it. But he was older than I was in junior high school, and he used to walk from the high school to come to my junior high school to walk me home, right? And you don't know what a boyfriend is and all of that stuff there. But that was my first experience, which I'm glad was a good experience, right? I didn't have anything crazy happening or anything. He treated me with honor. He treated me with respect. He was very protective, and he was very kind, right? And that was my entrance into you got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend. I think I was in 8th grade. and I was 13, he was 15, something like that. I can't remember, but something like that. Um, and that's what it was. Like, you dated older guys, not older grown men, right? But older guys. That's just how it was. And I remember even when I was in high school, like if I was in a grade, ninth grade, let's just say somebody be in 11th grade. And that was normal, in the high school. I knew a lot of girls who would date guys outside of high school. In high school, they were dating college guys, right? So that was a normal thing back then. It wasn't normal if you were in the 11th grade to date a guy in the ninth grade. Like, nobody was doing that. But it's changed. The older women get and the more youthful women get, they want to date someone younger a lot of times, or they want to remix their love life and do things differently. Remixing relationships is all about promoting healthy relationships and doing things differently, right? So you might want to remix your relationship, or if you're single, you might not want to have the stringent rules that you used to have. I won't date somebody 2 years younger than me or 1 year younger than me. I won't date somebody that all of those restrictions. Like my cousin was saying, she found she's going to date somebody, their chemistry is good, it's a positive experience. And I think that's really what matters. And if your relationship, like say for instance, you're online, and if you're online dating, they have the age bracket, like how low would you go and how high would you go? Like, what's the oldest person you would date and what's the youngest person you date? So remixing it could be, take it down 5 years and see what that experience is like. If you've been online for years, or you have been looking for that special one, right? And someone younger approaches you, get out of your head, right? And go with your heart, because that could be your husband. If you're looking to get married, that could be your husband. So remixing relationships is all about trying to do something different that you've never done before, and have a list, because you want to have vision and know what you want. And as you get older, you know what doesn't work for you and you know what works for you. But if you've never tried to date younger, it doesn't have to be 15 years younger, 10 years younger, 20 years younger, however old you are. Try it. You may, or be open to it, I should say. I remember I did a TikTok. This was a while ago. I did a poll and I asked women, would you date someone the same age as your father? Because there are a lot of women that date way older. And I remember this guy, he was one of my clients. He came through and he was asking me out. And I said, absolutely not. He said, why? I said, because you're the same age as my daddy. And that is weird. And I'm not doing that. Right. I was adamant. He would call me shallow. He was like, so you mean to tell me I'm a good guy, but you're not going to date me because I'm the same age as your father? I said, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So it could go the reverse way. You could be like, oh, no, not at all. But remixing relationships, and you definitely want to still your have your barriers. Now I want to talk about some of the challenges that may come up for women who decide to date younger guys. Let's see. Younger, but do you guys have any questions or comments before I go through that? All right. So I talked about some of the reasons why older women say that they would date younger. I'm going to talk about some of the challenges now. I'm going to put both sides out there. But ultimately, you're going to remix your relationships by doing something differently, as long as it's healthy. But I just want to put the other side out there. So relationships between older women and younger men can be fulfilling and rewarding, as we talked about, right? But like any relationship, they come with their own set of unique challenges, right? Here are some of the common challenges that some couples may face. If you're watching live, I thank you so much for watching. Please share this out. I would greatly appreciate that so we can have this conversation, because I think that it's important to really talk about certain things, have this kind of conversation. I don't want anybody to feel like, hey, maybe I'm alone, or maybe I'm the only one feeling like it, or it's weird to date somebody younger, or what will people say, and all of that. Well, number one on my list, I'm just going to be honest with you: societal judgment and stereotypes. The challenge could be older women dating a younger man often face society scrutiny, judgment, or criticism. People may label the woman as a cougar, as I talked about, or view the relationship as a temporary feeling rather than temporary fling, I should say, rather than a serious partnership. So somebody out there may not take your relationship seriously. And if you care what people think, then it will bother you. But if you want to remix your relationships and your love life, and you want to do that, you got to be 10 toes down with that and solid if that's something you want to do. You can't be nervous if you're 40 and you're dating somebody 27. Walk it proud if that's something that you want to do. But no, if you look good for your age, then they're not gonna say nothing. But if you look way older, then they might think you his mama. But that's all right, because my brother goes out with my niece and they think that they're married, and that's her father. So oftentimes I think that that's pretty funny. But the impact about that is this can create external pressure and stress on the relationship. If you're worrying about what people are saying, it can cause an insecurity or the need to constantly defend the validity of your relationship to others. Now, you don't want to be in a relationship where you're constantly um proving yourself or defending your relationship. That's crazy, because you don't owe anybody an explanation if that's something that you want to do. But that is a challenge. I'm going to give you both sides, as I stated. All right. So, number two, different life stages and priorities. So, the challenge could be an older woman and a younger man. It may be in different stages in life. The woman might be more established in her career, thinking about retirement, or have grown children, sometime almost the same age as the person you're dating, right? So, while the younger man, in instance, may be early in his career, considering starting a family or exploring his identity, he may not even, depending on the age, he might not even know who he is yet, and his career might not be as established as you want. Now, if you want to be a cougar or a sugar mama and it don't matter, and you want to take care of the man, then that's your business too. The impact of the stages is these differences can lead to a conflicting priorities, goals, and expectations, which can be challenging to navigate. Number three on this list is age-related health and lifestyle differences, as I talked earlier a little bit about, but I'm going to go deeper into that. The challenge could be there may be differences in energy levels, physical health, or lifestyle preferences. While the older woman may be looking for a slower pace, the younger man might be interested in high energy activities or late night socializing. So it might flip it. The impact of this could be these differences can create a gap in how each person wants to spend their life, wants to spend their time, and can sometimes lead to feelings of frustration or disconnect. Number four, family and friends reactions, and the family and friends reactions. So challenge could be family members and friends may not understand or support the relationship. Older children might feel uncomfortable or worried about a younger man's intention, while friends may question the long time validity or viability of the relationship. The impact is this can create tension, requiring the couple to handle awkward situations, judgmental comments, or lack of support from social circles. Number five, future planning and long-term compatibility. The challenge could be the couple may have different timelines for major life decisions, such as having children, marriage, buying a home, or retirement. The older woman may be ready for certain commitments sooner than her younger partner. The impact of this is these differences in planning can cause stress or conflict, especially if each partner has a different expectation about their future. Insecurities and the power dynamic, like who is the boss, the older one or the man, the younger one, what is it? The challenge is insecurity about the age difference may surface for both partners. The younger man might feel insecure about his partner's greater life experience or financial stability, while the older woman may worry about aging or being replaced by a younger woman. Now, you hear that often. They upgrade the model. So if you're an older woman, like some younger men love older women, period. They don't want a younger woman. But and I guess it depends on too how well you keep up with yourself. And but if a person truly loves you, I believe that they can still be committed, but that might be some of the struggle. The impact of such securities can lead to jealousy, power struggles, or the need to constantly reassure, which may strain a relationship if you have to constantly do that. um Communication differences is a challenge. Different generations often have distinct communication styles. Younger men may be more accustomed to digital communication, social media, while older women might prefer face to face, seeing each other, or phone calls. They're not trying to get the DM from the Instagram, or they don't want to text all day long. An older woman might be like, call me, come see me. You going to text your fingers off. Like, we need to talk. I ain't heard your voice in 4 days because you texted me. And then that communication style where they'd be like, well, I did contact you. I text you. It's totally different. So that could be an age issue also. And cultural and social references, as I talked about earlier, that can be a downside. That's what I was talking about. So the challenge is differences in culture, references, music, movies, pop culture can sometimes make it harder to connect or share certain experiences. Of course, the impact of that is it can lead, hey, to share. I'm talking about this subject, girl. The age gap can lead to feelings of out of touch with each other's past experiences, social context, or points of reference, which can occasionally create a disconnect. All right. So, the next on my list is longevity concerns. The challenge could be the couple may face concerns about relationship long-term sustainability, especially if an older woman worries about aging faster or health issues that could affect the future. The impact is this concern may create anxiety about the relationship's future and whether the age difference will affect their ability to remain connected and active together. Let's talk about the fear of that, because we talked about the upside and the positive and what people want. Let's talk about the fear of being taken advantage of. So the challenge, a lot of times it happens with older women, sugar mamas or not. Older women may worry that a younger man is interested in them for financial support, status, or other non-genuine reasons. The impact, trust issues can develop, leading to hesitation and fully invested in a relationship, or concerns about the younger partner's true intention. You got to watch that, because I've heard a lot of women of means get taken advantage of financially when it comes to that. So just navigating these challenges like we do everything. Open communication, encourage honest communication about expectations, concerns, feelings to build trust and understanding. Mutual respect always works in every relationship. Focus on what brought you together in the first place. Mutual respect, shared interests, and emotional connection. Number 3, support network. Seek out supportive friends who are down for your relationship, communities, groups, understanding, and to affirm the relationship. Remember, if this is a relationship you want to get into, it's about the two people. Everybody else can stay out of it. If you're happy and if you're connected, then that's all that matters. Compromise and flexibility always works. Be willing to compromise and find solutions that work for both of you, respecting each other's needs and desires. Number 5, focus on the present. So if that remixing relationships, your thoughts, the way you do things. Don't worry about what may happen when I'm getting older, or what may happen when he gets older. Will he leave me? What will happen? Anxiety and anxious thoughts. Live in the moment. Focus on the present in that relationship. While planning for the future is important, focus on present can help alleviate concern and anxiety about differences. By addressing these challenges, y'all, with the openness and empathy, as well as can build a lasting relationship. So it doesn't matter. It could be 2 years younger. It could be 6 months younger. It could be all of the things, right? But it's about, just say you ain't never lied. It's about compatibility. Some women love dating younger men, and some older women, like, you know what? I did it once. That's it. Everyone has to know what works for them. When it doesn't, learn it and move on gracefully. 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 That's the key word. Absolutely. And the thing is, you can always see if that's something that you wanted to do, but you're worried about what people may think, what your family may think, all of that, then it's not going to work because you're going to be too in your head. So it's really about doing what you want to do. And again, the remixing part of it is just change your thoughts, change the way that you think of things. As long as it's a healthy relationship and the person is mature, your communication is open, you're able to connect. As my cousin said, he told me that I'm his gift. All right now. Okay. 35 years old, 50 years old, only you know. And then it also is the maturity level of the woman and the maturity level of the man. It's to each his own. This is a no judgment zone. This is my cousin wanted me to do this topic, so that's what I did, and I support anybody through love. As long as they are grown, I'm going to keep saying that, of age, that's all that really matters, y'all. What y'all think? Any more questions? Any more questions? We talking about older men's and older women, I should say, and younger men. And again, younger is relative to who you're talking about, because to somebody 45 is young, right? If a woman is 60 or 50, right? But to a younger person, 45 might be old as dirt. So it all depends, and it's up to you to decide. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Remixing Relationships. Thank you for joining me today as we explore new ways to remix and strengthen our relationships. Remember, healthy connections are within reach, and together we can create the love and life we deserve. I am Kendall Anish, your fave life coach, the remix coach. And as a reminder, the power to transform is in your hands. Until next time, take care and keep growing. It's never too late to remix your life at any stage, age, or phase. If you want to remix your dating life, you can do it as long as you have a consenting partner who is willing to take on the challenge and date an older woman, and you date a younger man. That is your business. If you want to do the reverse, that is your business as well. I want to thank my cousin Joy Nakia, the 90s R&B pop rap singer extraordinaire. At 50 years old, she is relaunching a career in music, and I love that. So make sure you support her and follow her as well. Thank you for the subject title. God bless y'all. Peace. You got any more questions? Because I'm on my way out. You got any more questions? Cousin, I'll give you the final question, and I'm ending. You got a question or comment? Nakia, you got a comment or anything? All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share this out, whether you're watching this live or the playback, do me a favor and share this out. Don't be stingy. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so right now. All right. My cousin wants to let you know she's an album about to come out. Her R&B album is about to come out. She asked me this. I'm gonna sing a little background on it. Don't even worry about that. I'm about to sing a little background on it, a little hoo hoo hoo. I'm about to sing background. I was about to be in the video, but I can't get to Massachusetts for this one. But my vocals is gonna be on there. Me. Y'all stay tuned. God bless y'all. Peace. Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. Was Mrs. Jones older? I think she was.